Cool.
From you guys how you felt.
Uh-oh. Oh, Jesse, I think here.
A little water?
Here, drink it.
No, wait. I'm joking.
It's alright. I project. Also, addendum, if there are individuals who are wanting to share their experience, you can go right over there. The brother with the fancy schmancy camera is documenting all experiences. How were the nachos? You know, you want to share? They were pretty good. You can show it the brother right over here. In any case, conscious parenting happening in just a couple of few. Come on over. And young lady. She'll cover it, I'm sure.
Which one? Which one?
What? I don't know.
Like this.
I think.
No, it's
Like how was it?
Like the entertainment. It's like there's symbols that you're
but it's not like you are the embodiment.
Maybe, but your higher self.
But we're definitely gonna do this.
Huh?
They said.
Maybe like off to the side. Hey, you gonna come? Yeah, Drake.
Yeah, 100%.
You're like, okay. Did you just bring this couch? Yeah, you did. And I put my back here.
So if we like a pump to it, we definitely get like this.
That's true. That's true.
Hello everyone.
Hi!
My name is Brittany. This is my son Jameson.
Hi.
And today we're going to talk about conscious parenting. Right, Benny?
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
And I have the best helper ever up here on the stage with me. To tell you guys a little bit about myself, my name is Brittany Butler. I am a doctor of Chinese medicine and acupuncture and a parent of a 5.5-year-old. I come from a childhood that, I guess you could sum it up, my parents very unconscious, a lot of generational trauma passed down, and I've really kind of made the choice. Jesse and I were talking yesterday about how conscious parenting is an active choice every single day, and for some of us it feels like a no-brainer, so we don't think of it as a choice, but it really is a choice that we make in every single day, every single moment. And sorry, a little bit out of breath here. Take a moment.
And what, Mom?
We got comedy over here to the left of the stage.
Nice laugh, dude.
Okay, yes. So, conscious parenting is an active choice, and what is so deep in the root of it is shadow work, right? Because the whole idea is bringing the subconscious conscious, making the subconscious conscious, so that we can act from a place of choice and decision, and we can break these subconscious patterns that were passed down to us from generation to generation to generation. Right, Betty?
Yeah.
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 And just as I have a little comedian here on the stage, and I do my best to provide like a safe space for him to really explore himself and express himself, I think that's also at the root of conscious parenting, is this recognition that we are not here to make mini-me's or here to really even like shape the lives of our children, but to create this really beautiful open space for them to grow into themselves and express themselves and find their soul purpose in a way that is really true to them. And sometimes that doesn't meet our expectations, or it exceeds our expectations, or it goes in a direction that we never could have imagined for them, and to just really like trust our children to make those choices for themselves and be in constant communication with them about it, and providing the safest space possible for them to do that. What do you think?
Yeah, I actually think so too.
We have a little karaoke mic at home, and he'll do this for hours, just practice different laughs, like so loud with echoes and different like voice tones and stuff.
Sorry?
Okay, I had this idea to do a visualization exercise with you guys, so if you would please join me, I invite you to close your eyes. And really take your time to ground, to get centered, connect to the earth, the chair, wherever you're sitting. And take a deep breath in through your nose. Bring your breath all the way down into your lungs, spreading your chest, filling your chest, bringing the breath all the way down to your belly, feeling your belly expand. And then exhaling with an open mouth. Taking 2 more of those. And I'd like you to pull up in your mind's eye a memory of an experience that you had when you were a child, where you felt so safe and loved and supported. And try to recall every detail of that. What were you experiencing in your body? What did you feel in your heart space? What were your thoughts, feelings, and emotions? What kind of sensations did you feel? And just really hold on to that experience. And then ask yourself, how many experiences did I have like this when I was a child? Was it 1? Was it many? Was it almost every day? And if you'd like, you can open your eyes. So I believe that our job as parents is to create those spaces for sensations and experiences and love and support that you guys all just experienced in as many moments as possible in our children's lives.
She's right.
Because I think that our biggest job as a parent is to do that. I had a supervisor at the beginning of my school career, which I began when Jameson was a baby, and she gave me the best parenting advice that I've like really taken and ran with, and that was to love my child. She said, if there's anything that you focus on as a parent, because at that time I was so wrapped up in trying to be perfect and protect him from all of the subconscious programming that I had, and I was really just this like anxiety stress ball of perfectionism, like trying to like navigate like protecting him from everything, and I felt so much like exhaustion and overwhelm, and I felt like a failure almost every single day. And so she told me, just focus on these 2 things, because they're the only things that matter. Love your child unconditionally and work on yourself, because that's going to trickle into every single aspect of your parenting and your child's life as well. So, which brings me back to the shadow work. I think that the most important thing that we can do is find the areas within us that are filled with shame and trauma and pain and defensiveness, and really work on them and unlock them and bring self-love and some self-compassion into those spaces, because when we do that, we protect our children from giving them those same experiences, but it also is modeling for them to do the same thing for themselves. And modeling is the only way that children really learn, with modeling, and also like learning through like responding to their environment, right? So we have to become the people that we want our children to become, which I believe for most of us is ultimately our truest and full self. And as we step into that more and more every day, we're showing our children that they have the ability to do that as well. So I'd really like to open up this space to hear from you guys what you would like me to talk about, what you like to hear from Jameson or I, because this topic is obviously so vast and so nuanced, and there's so many different like little things that I could talk about, but I really want to create an experience that is impactful for you guys. So if there's anything in particular that you guys want to talk about, I'm opening up the floor for you to share, and I hope you do. Anything at all? Yes.
Can you talk about discipline?
Discipline. Yes, discipline. Absolutely, I can. I think that discipline can be a tricky one sometimes, because when it comes to parenting, everyone has their, so many different ideas, and we're always trying to... Do you want to talk about discipline for a minute, and then I'll talk? Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, what do you think about it?
I don't know what I think about, because I don't really know what it is still.
So we use natural consequences. So that's what he's talking about. I don't do discipline. I don't punish him per se. If something comes up, we talk about it. We try to come up with solutions together. I hear him out. I hear his feelings, and try to figure out why he, like, say he did a behavior that I didn't appreciate, or hurt someone or whatever. I try to get down to the root of why that happened, why he chose to do that, what he was feeling around that, because often bad, quote unquote, bad behavior is really is really just their way of expressing something that they can't verbally quite yet, right? So they're asking for something. So for me, it's about coming down to, like, what is that ask, and how can we come up with solutions together. And I usually, like, it's so silly. I'll usually work with him and come up with possible solutions of what we can do better next time. And if there is a natural consequence involved in it, then I'll proceed with that, or we'll talk about that. But yeah, typically I don't do like punishment or timeouts or anything like that. I really try to be with him and create situations for him that kind of like reflect what it would be like as an adult in the natural world when you're doing things that, we don't get disciplined typically unless we're working like with, unless it's like from your boss or whatever. But we do deal with natural consequences all the time. So just really preparing him in that way and giving him the tools to navigate that himself. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I don't have any children, but can you talk a little bit about patience in yourself, how you communicate it?
Patience? Patience? Absolutely. Yes, I can absolutely talk about patience, specifically because I don't have patience. I don't. I'm one of the most impatient people that you'll meet. However, I find myself being... Yeah? Sorry. Go ahead, talk about it, and then I'll
I'm just thinking about what.
Okay, do you want me to go first and then you talk? You can always just pop in whenever you want.
Okay.
Yeah?
Actually,
Okay.
and then I'll just go.
Okay. So Jameson might pop on and start talking anytime, but yeah, I'm a very impatient person. However, I do find myself being able to be with him and sit with him, and I think that I had an ex at one point where he said this thing that like really helped me understand myself, because I was like, God, I'm like such an impatient person, and he's like, but you're so wonderful with Jameson, and you really like sit with him, and you're with him, and you hold so much space. And he was like, so I think the difference is like you're not patient, you're just very understanding. And so I've really like taken that, and I tried to just do that. I'm always trying to understand, and I think the impatience with children comes from not understanding and not really caring to try to understand, and it's just like kind of this, you know, like thing that you're not looking at, and so it's like, God, go away, you know. But if you sit and you look at it and you see them and you connect with them, it's like, how can you not be patient with them, right? If you're seeking to understand. Go ahead. It looks kind of like a gargoyle. Yeah.
Sure does.
It sure does.
Mom.
Okay.
Wait, they are?
Yeah, go for it.
How could they possibly hear me? It's you?
I can hear you.
We can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Even them too?
Yes,
Yeah.
baby.
Okay.
Okay.
Jameson, can I ask you a question?
Perfect.
Yeah?
What is your favorite thing to do with your mom?
Do for my mom. To hug Oh yeah, when we go to bay.
He likes to paddleboard.
I do, a bunch.
We also have dance parties on a regular basis, which he absolutely loves, huh?
Yeah, I do.
Can you do the floss?
He can a little, yeah.
What do you mean floss? What's a...
The dance move.
Flossing?
Look at this.
Oh, not really.
Like an eight-year-old kid thing, I think. Is that your son? Yeah. This one? Yeah.
Patience
That's your son. Oh.
is a great thing that Mom and me try to do, like, pretty much all the time. What? It is. It's two. There's a two.
Good work. How do you practice your patience?
How do I practice? I don't really practice. I just pretty much do it.
Yeah. Amen, brother.
Yes. Yeah. Also, you can go now.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. That's all I want.
I'd like to hear from you what you wanted to ask.
What I wanted to ask, I didn't want to ask anything. I just wanted to say something. Oh. Okay.
So I don't have kids, but I'm a nanny, and this family that my current family right now, has taught me a lot about, sorry, I'm like really emotional. Like just being really honest with kids, and just telling them things very honestly. And like, of course, there's certain age limits where they might not want to say certain things, but like, I think as parents and as adults, we sugarcoat everything, and we don't tell kids things honestly. And I think it's such a big thing, and it's so easy to do. Even things like the human body and like just basic things that kids should just grow up knowing. And so, yeah, I don't know, your thoughts on that? That's something that I've really learned in the past few years, just like being really honest.
Thank you for sharing that and bringing that up, because yes, honesty is one of my highest values personally.
It is the best thing.
It is the best thing. Are we honest with each other, Ruby?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah. I made a vow to myself when I was pregnant with him that I would do my best to never lie to him, and sometimes that looks like sharing age-appropriate truths. And
Mom?
yeah. Sure, sweetie, I'm gonna finish talking. You want to ask me a question?
Excuse me, Hawken? Do you like watching us, by the way? Is it good?
We want to give you answers.
Yeah? You like watch it? You want to go tell them what you think, huh? Great. You tell them, huh? Go ahead.
I think about is do you like watching us? Yeah.
What do you like about it, buddy?
What I like about it is playing hide and seek. No, do you like watching us speak about all this
I think he
stuff?
was saying he likes it as much as hide and seek. Is that right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Hawkins.
Thanks, buddy. You want to sit with him up there? Go ahead.
Give him a little hug.
You can sit right there.
Absolutely.
You can sit up here.
I think we do our kids a really huge disservice when we're dishonest with them, and I also think that that results in a lot of mistrust within that family dynamic, because I'm sure very many, if not all of you, have had the experience of finding out later that something your parents told you as a kid was not true.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you can like tap into that feeling of like, well, geez, if they lied to me about that, what else did they lie to me about? And how unfair was that for them to not trust me with that information and think that I wasn't capable of handling it? And I mean, with body stuff, I think that just kind of breeds a lot of shame when we're like, you know, skating around it, the anatomy names and like, you know, all of that. So yeah, I think it's really important to be honest with your kids. And again, doing that in a very age-appropriate way, in a way that they can handle and a way that they can process, and really like being with them to explain like the details around that so that they can understand like the concept and context around that concept. But again, it goes back to modeling also. If we're dishonest with our kids, they're gonna learn that dishonesty is okay and that it's something you do with people that you love. And I think that that's the opposite of what most parents really want to portray. And I think that often it comes from, when we do decide to be dishonest with our children, it comes from a place of discomfort or avoidance or shame or something like that that's within us, and it has nothing to do with our kids or what they can handle, you know? So again, that goes back to the importance of shadow work and self-work. Yeah. He's so stoked to have a microphone. No, baby, how about you do that? Yeah, do you want to tell them about that? No? So we were driving, Jameson really wants me to share this with you guys. We were driving in the car here on the way to the campground, and I asked him, is there anything that you think I should share with the people that I'm going to be speaking to? Anything that you really enjoy about my parenting that I should share? And he said, I really love when you do things for me without me asking.
That was on the bed.
Like anticipating.
Mom, that was on the bed, not in the car.
Oh, I think you said it twice.
No. Oh, yeah, I said it twice, guys. I said it twice.
He's got a good memory.
Yeah, honesty, yeah.
Important to you.
It's so funny.
He really appreciates when I anticipate his needs. He's like, oh, thank you, Mama. I didn't even have to ask. It's really sweet.
I love he'll have, you know, maybe he'll inherit that trait and do that for other people.
Yeah, and he does already. Yeah, I see it in him already. It's really beautiful.
I have a question, Brittany.
Yes.
Okay. Have you deal with the concerns or criticism of other parents or family members that want to try to influence your parenting decisions?
That's such a great question.
I know.
Oh, God. It's such a great question. It is so hard to be a parent because I don't know what it is about parenting specifically that everyone feels like they're entitled to have an opinion or direct you on how to do it. And I really believe that the child's parent is like the expert on parenting that child. So like, they're parenting experts. And of course there are things that are definitely inherently universal just because we're all humans, but there are so many opinions and there's so much criticism and there's so much shaming that happens when really being a parent is fucking sorry. I allow cussing and